And it's now time to extrude the logo, make it three-dimensional. Okay, here we go. Here's how you do it. Here is the extrude button, subdivision surfaces. I'm going to click and hold on this, and it's going to give me some options. I'm just going to go over to extrude and let go. Now it dropped an extrude in there, but nothing is extruded, right? So nothing changed. Okay, so now what I want to do is highlight all of my paths up to outline, and I'm just going to click and drag them into the extrude so that there's a downward facing arrow. Okay, and now it has extruded only the thing on top. So the only thing that it extruded is the outline, the outline path, right? Everything else is still just lines. Like if I move this away, oh sorry. If I just clicked on the extrude and moved it away, oh, it's all together. It's all together, but nothing is extruded. I can't click on dark blue. See, if I move that out, it's just still an outline. So I'm gonna Control Z that. So what I want to do is click on the extrude now and go to Object, and I'm going to click this button that says Hierarchical. I want it to have some sort of hierarchy, like it's saying I'm going to extrude this and this and this and this and this and this. All right, but we have one more step here because we still see this like outline or path logo, and we want them all to have this extrude logo, this green cube looking thing. So I'm going to click on the word extrude, and I'm going to hit the letter C on my keyboard. Okay, and now if I open up this extrude logo where it says outline, I'm going to open that up, and now they're all extruded paths. And you can see if I open up the outline, it still has that path in there, and open up dark blue, it has that path in there, right? So that's good, that's what we want. We don't need a folder within a folder though, so I can take this top folder and just drag it down and get rid of this. Okay, now we have a folder with all of these paths together. So it just looks like one big hunk of modeling clay, I guess. And I think the default is 20 centimeters here if you didn't change the units on Cinema 4D. So what I want to do is make it a little bit thicker. I think, you know, it looks better if it's like chunkier looking logo. So I'm going to highlight all of these paths, all of these extruded paths, and down here under Object where it says 20 centimeters, I'm going to change that to 45. There we go. Now it's a little bit more, a little chunkier there. That's good. Now what am I going to do? I'm going to go, now it's time to start bringing paths forward, right? So that you can see the other details and it's not just an outline of the logo. And so since I've done a little work beforehand, it should be easy, right? So I'm going to highlight everything up to outline, right? Like you should have an outline of your logo, whatever it is. And then I'm going to take this blue axis point, and if I'm straight on here, if you're straight on, it's going to be very difficult to grab that blue one. See, it's difficult. So I'm just going to turn to the right a little bit and drag everything just a little bit forward. Okay. Now the white, there's some things I have to drag even more forward, right? So now if I preview this, we can see it has a little bit of shape, right? We have this back panel here and the white or the outline inside of this. So what I want is all of the, I want the beak outline and the mouth to come forward a little bit. So if I click and drag that forward, not a lot. There we go. If I preview that, looks like that. And then the eyes, you know, I probably should have brought those with them, right? It's okay. There we go. There we go. We'll preview that, and there's the logo. Another thing that you can do to make it look a little bit better is bevel the edges or change the caps here. And this all might be a little too far out. Okay, so what I can do, let me zoom in for you so you can see. See how these are real hard, flat, straight edges? If I wanted to round those over a little bit, sometimes it looks better. It depends, I guess, on what your logo is, but I'm going to leave the outline like it is, flat, straight, and I'm going to highlight everything else and click on caps. And when it says start and end, it's talking about the front and the back. So I'm going to change the start cap from cap to fillet cap. I want to make it fillet cap. And now it rounds it over a little bit. That's probably a little too harsh, right? Like if I previewed that, that's a little too much, I think. So I'm going to change it from 1 step to 2 steps, and then I'm going to make that radius smaller. See, the radius is from like this edge to there, right? So I'm going to make it a little bit smaller, maybe 3 centimeters. Whoops. There we go. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm still going to bring these in a little bit. There we go. All right, looks good. Looks like we have accomplished the next phase in the assignment, which is extruding the logo. Done. If you've got to this point, raise your hand, show me your extruded logo. You probably should have some of the extruded outlines, fillet cap, just to make it look a little bit better. But if you got to this point, let me see what you got.